So without further ado, I would like to start introducing the next speakers, where we have Dr. Francine Garling, who is the Director of Academic Programs in our Bachelor of Business in School of Business at Western Sydney University, to start her presentation on these programs. And of course, you know that if you have any questions, I believe there's a chat function that enables you to post Q&As, and we will be able to respond to your questions. Thank you very much, and I hope you do enjoy today's virtual open day. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Lam, and thank you for the introduction. Yeah, I'm Dr. Francine Garland, and I'm the Director of Undergraduate Programs for the School of Business. So my job is very much about you, taking interest in you as you join us at Western Sydney University, and also interest in your journey as you go through the program of your choice. As suggested, I'm here to talk to you about our business program, our main business program, which is our Bachelor of Business. And what I wanted to do was basically give you an overview of our Bachelor of Business degree, just to show you what it looks like. Talk to you a little bit more about what makes our business degree different to many other business degrees that are offered, certainly in Australia, what makes it unique. And that also gives me an opportunity to emphasize some of the reasons why you would choose this degree. And then I just wanted to finish off with a quick mention of some of the career paths, some of the job opportunities that you might like to pursue once you've graduated from our business degree. Okay, just seeing that I've got control of the mouse here. Yes, I think we do. Okay, fantastic. All right, so here's a snapshot of what our Bachelor of Business looks like. Some of you might be familiar with this, but for others of you, our business degree, as with all business degrees in Australia, are made up of 24 subjects. And as you can see, we start with a foundation core in your first year, where you learn introductory subjects relating to business law, accounting and finance, economics and marketing, and also management. So that's in your first year of study. Some of you may have already completed these subjects, depending on the program that you're enrolled in. Throughout our degree, we also require students to do 4 professional core subjects. I'll talk about these a little more later on the next slide, but these subjects are ones that I think really put a lot of emphasis on developing you as a professional in your chosen area of specialty. And they are studied throughout the degree from first to third year. Students also do 8 subjects in their chosen major, the area that they want to specialise in business. And the way in which we consider these particular majors is in broad pillars of business knowledge. So these majors here we would consider to be what we call our money majors. And then we have what we refer to as our markets majors, and lastly, our management majors. So all in all, we have 10 majors to choose from, including the brand new major, business analytics. And I might make special mention of that as we move forward. And lastly, for some students, again, depending on the program that they have, all students must undertake 8 electives of their choice. So this could be another major, or it could be just individual subjects. However, I think for most students here today, if you are in the first stage of your program or further into your program, your elective space would actually be taken up with advanced standing that you receive from your program. Okay, as I said, I wanted to make a little special mention. Sorry, something's going on with my, I'm not sure if it's my mouse or, no, next slide, thank you. Wanted to make special mention of our professional core subjects. As you can see from the slide, we do know these to be a unique suite, a unique set of subjects that are really designed to very much build on your graduate attributes, your graduate employability skills. So really focusing in on those skills that we know employers are looking for from business graduates. For that reason, we have a subject in the professional core that looks at developing and building your numeric skills. Again, a lot of you have probably done that particular subject in your program. So that would be an introductory statistics subject. But some other subjects that you will not have probably done as yet, or many of you, are those that are looking at subjects that are about career development. So our career development subjects we're extremely proud of, in that they expose students to opportunities to mix with prospective employers. They look at building some key skills like networking skills, developing your CV, and developing a stronger understanding of what it means to be a professional in your chosen area of study. We also have a professional core innovation subject. We know that employers are increasingly looking for graduates to be able to think in innovative ways, to have an innovation mindset. It's also a subject that helps to build students' entrepreneurial skills, if that's the type of career they want to pursue. But we also know employers are looking not just for prospective entrepreneurs, but intrapreneurs. So people who can come into organizations and look at developing innovation to the benefit of the organization. And we also have what we call an engaged professional core subject. Now, what we mean by engaged is engaged with industry, engaged with real businesses, working in groups to solve a real business problem, whatever that might be. There are also some opportunities for students, if they wish, to undertake an internship if they have space in their program to be able to do that. Great, okay, so just looking at why you might choose this particular degree, as I've attempted to explain, our degree is very much focused on those key core skills development that we know organisations are demanding now, but we know that they will be demanding them more in the future. The other aspect of our program is that students do get to start to study their area of specialisation, the area that they're most interested in, very early in their degree. And with that area of specialisation, we have a wide choice of 10 majors for you to choose from. Professor Lan also mentioned student support, and that's another thing that I would say we do extremely well in the School of Business and at Western Sydney University. We have a team of dedicated academic program advisors, and a really strong network of student support that is all about helping you as you make decisions about your program throughout your degree. The other thing that I would like to make special mention of is this year, something that our school is very proud of, is the achievement of AACSB accreditation. Less than 6% of business schools worldwide have AACSB accreditation. And what it really means is being AACSB accredited means that you can be assured and your family can be assured that you will be getting a high quality, globally recognized business education that some of the largest companies around the world recognize as being of that caliber. Aside from our AACSB accreditation, we also have other accreditations, industry accreditations across a number of our programs. So this is, again, Australian industry and sometimes global recognition of our programs as ensuring that our students are graduating to be profession ready, ready to proceed in their careers in their chosen field. As far as our business career paths are, as they are associated with our majors, for our money type majors, the ones that you would most likely be able to look at pursuing if you have your 120 credit points of advanced standing would be applied finance, economics. Now, when it comes to choosing your major, I think it's a matter of thinking about what your strengths are and what interests you. So students who look at doing any of our money majors tend to be good with numbers, okay? So quite proficient in mathematics and statistics. So these majors would look at building on their strengths. Business analytics, it's here noted here as a markets major, but business analytics is the kind of major that, and the kind of profession that really cuts across all the disciplines and all different sectors of business. So we know that business analysts are in extremely high demand, certainly in Australia, but I think it's fair to say worldwide. But business analytics, that major, is very much a combination of computing, data science, mathematics, and business. So again, students who do that major tend to be quite comfortable with technology and certainly comfortable with numbers. For our markets majors, international business, sport management, and marketing, all of which are popular choices, particularly international business. This gives you quite a wide-ranging education in business, but very much with that global international flavour or context throughout. And our management majors, human resource management and management. So management tends to be one of those majors that is quite general, as opposed to highly specialised. But certainly students go on into management positions with that major. They may move into business consulting or other, again, more specialised areas of management, such as operations management. So look, that's really all from me. But I'm most happy to answer any questions that you might have about the particular majors or particular career opportunities associated with those majors, and or any other questions that you might have. And I would just finish off by saying that I do hope that we in particular get to see you in Australia. It's really great to see our international students starting to come on shore more and more. Thank you.
Thank you, Francine. That was a really interesting presentation on the Bachelor of Business. For those that are online, my name's Tim Hall and I'm the Deputy Provost of the Vietnam campus, and I'll be hosting for today. Francine, we do have a couple of questions that were sent through earlier, so I might just throw a couple of those to you. And for those that are online, if you do have any questions, if you could make use of the chat function, and we'll be sure to ask Francine those questions while we're online. The first question that we had was, Francine, was, does it matter if you don't have a business background to study the Bachelor of Business?
That's a really good question. And the short answer is no, it doesn't matter. So students who come into our Bachelor of Business program, we don't assume any knowledge whatsoever. Business, that's what you're there for. You're there to learn right from the beginning. And our first year core subjects are very much designed to give you the strong foundation that you need to build on your business knowledge as you move through the program.
Thank you, Francine. There's another question that we have as well, and that was, do we get to work with industry partners as part of our studies?
Yeah, another good question too. So one thing that we have also worked very hard on doing is building in what we call work integrated learning assessment throughout different subjects throughout our degree. And what that means is either working on real life business cases or working with businesses, particularly in the case of our engaged professional core units. You will be working directly with businesses for that purpose. We also, in our professional core, give students opportunities to interact with businesses, with prospective employers as part of that subject. So lots of opportunities there.
Francine, just following on from that one, would you be able just to talk possibly a little bit to the applied projects, and if you've got any examples of the types of companies that we've engaged with in the past?
Yeah, gosh. So there are many and varied. So they often depend on the type of major that students are undertaking. So, for example, students who are working in the accounting area might actually be working in our tax clinic and helping individuals and small businesses to solve their, or to meet their needs that they might have. We also, in our sports and marketing programs, students would be working with potentially major sporting associations or major sporting clubs in the Sydney region. In our marketing program, there's an enormously diverse range of businesses that our students work with. So they could be not-for-profit organisations, or they may be business, again, perhaps small to medium-sized businesses that don't necessarily have the resources to employ expensive business consultants. Similarly with our management and human resource management areas, that students have been doing some really exciting projects working on online delivery of new business and service products to their customers. So students get really involved with acting as consultants, if you like, to businesses from that kind of variety.
And another question, Francine, is do you recommend that students work in the industry while they're studying, or are they better to look for employment in the industry once they've completed their degree?
Oh gosh, I think a lot of that is really dependent on the student's situation. A lot of our students do undertake some work while they are studying. If they are onshore international students, there is a little bit of limitation there. I think is still in place. And plus, our international students also have to be carrying a full-time 4-subject load. So that really takes up a lot of their time, not leaving a great deal for them to be able to do much by way of work experience. But certainly if you are focusing on your studies to get a good degree, then that will very much benefit you when it comes time to seeking employment on graduation.
Thank you, Francine. Some of the things that the university does as well. Our building in Parramatta City is co-located with businesses as well. And I do know that one of your colleagues from Vietnam who's come out to study with us in Australia has recently picked up a role with the accounting firm PricewaterhouseCoopers, which is upstairs in the same building as all of the teaching facilities and the staff as well. We've just had another question come through on the chat, and please, if you do have questions on the, please do make use of the chat function. Francine, the question says, does the school help students find internships?
We do indeed. And in fact, it's good that you mentioned PwC, Tim, because we have, I think the last request we had from PwC was for something like 50 interns, including international students, to actually participate there. Now, students, they don't necessarily need to be doing accounting, because those large consulting groups take students from all different types of programs. But yes, we certainly do assist with helping students get internships should they wish. It's a growing program, so we can't guarantee internships for every student, but we certainly have a lot of demand for our students as interns. So in fact, we have trouble often filling that demand. So lots comes our way in that form.
Would you be able to elaborate on what type of things some of the students have done with their internships in the past?
Oh gosh. So I think I'm just thinking of one of my students who actually did an internship at a very large organisation that is responsible for a whole raft of schools and other business enterprises throughout the Sydney region, and his role. What's really important about that what students are doing in their internships is that they are having to be doing really meaningful work that's not only helping fulfill the needs of the business, but also fulfilling the needs of their business education. So they might be involved in helping to develop policy. They might be hands-on involved in helping to develop new products and services or doing some market research. So they are really meaningful roles that students engage in.
And just a follow-up question on that one from the chat as well, Francine, is it possible to do virtual internships?
I'm not 100% sure about that. I think that's sort of something that's a little bit new. And the university, I think the university does offer some virtual internships, but it's not something that the school, we're only sort of fairly new in the virtual internship area at a school level. But the university, I know, does offer some virtual internship opportunities.
Okay, another question through the chat function. What is the English requirement, and does the university offer English courses if I don't meet those requirements?
So the English requirement is IELTS 6.5 or equivalent, with a minimum of 6 in each band, I believe. And certainly students who don't meet that requirement we do offer an English academic preparation programs through our college.
Okay, thank you. And another question in the chat function. Are there any activities which we can join virtually as stage 2 students in Vietnam? So the answer in I think what they're asking is if there's any activities that students in Vietnam studying Western units can engage with at Western in Sydney.
Again, I think that's probably an area that we can maybe look at exploring more. Nothing's very, very quickly coming to mind there, but that's certainly something that we could look at perhaps in the future. Just trying to think of what we would, which events we might do there, what activities we might do there. So let me take that one on notice.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And just probably just that sort of prompted me to think of something, Francine, is would you be able to talk to the employability events that we run?
Yeah, so the employability events that we run, the university offers a graduate employers fair early on in the year, but then in each of our main semesters at Western, our professional core careers subjects run mini conferences and mini expos where big graduate employers come along, speak to the students in a conference format. They have booths set up at the venue so students can go around and have one-on-one interactions with prospective employers and industry. So these I think that particular subject and those kinds of events are actually incredibly transforming for the students, because they really start to see themselves as a business professional, and they really start to see what opportunities are out there for them. So no, that's a really exciting exciting subject for our students. Yeah. Oh, and also we have a business careers conference at towards the end of the year, which we unfortunately haven't been able to hold with COVID restrictions in the last couple of years. But once again, that is a real professional conference that's specifically designed for our undergraduate business students. They hear from notable speakers. They look at doing some workshop sessions, again, that are about developing their employability skills, like how to be searching for jobs, how to work with recruiters, things to do with how to manage themselves in meetings and in business communications. So very much focused again on developing them as young professionals.
Yeah, thank you, Francine, and just in that regard as well, that the university does offer some assistance to students as well through our careers network, where students can join in online sessions or face-to-face sessions to discuss different aspects of careers. And there's also a resume checking service where students, Western Sydney students, can send their resumes through to the careers department, and they will actually give individualised feedback on how best to sell yourself through your resume as well. So there's some great assistance that you can access as a Western student, which is really recommended that you investigate that as well. Francine, that's all the questions that have come through. Was there any final points that you would like to make or comments before we wrap up the session on the Bachelor of Business?
Yeah, I'd only say that we have dedicated academic program advisors for each of our discipline areas. And we also have an international student academic program advisor. And students are most welcome to contact me at any time, you know, even if they're not decided, or if they have further questions, I'm more than happy for them to contact me and speak with them personally.
Thank you very much, Francine. It's been very good to hear about the Bachelor of Business. It's been very informative, I'm sure, for the students. And thank you for taking the time to answer the questions that have come through the chat function as well. We might wrap up the Bachelor of Business discussion there. So thank you again, Francine. And for those that are online, we're just going to take a short break for about 10 minutes, and then we will start with our Bachelor of Communications session. So thank you again, Francine, and we'll see everyone again very shortly.
Thanks, Tim. All the best, everyone.